All right, so we're going to start with the section 2 of Unit 1, which is going to focus on the economic impacts of horticulture. This will look at both locally, the state level, and worldwide or national level. Um, Pretty short presentation, kind of chopped it up to make these videos a little bit easier to watch. So first off, what is an economic or what is economic impact? So it's any type of effect that takes place on commerce, employment, or incomes produced by a decision, event, or policy. And again, this can be on multiple different levels. It could be a local community level, a state level, country level, or even a worldwide level. So some ways that horticulture plays a role in all of those levels, as far as economics is concerned, is it produces jobs, it produces products, it can increase or decrease the standard of living, and also increase or lack thereof community development. And the reason I say lack thereof or decrease standard of living depends on how the program, like any program, is used or vitalized or implemented. So what drives this impact? Well, first off is the consumer. So a consumer is a person who buys goods or services for personal use. And this gets back to, again, at all the levels, the producers knowing what consumers want. Okay? Supply and demand in economics is a relationship between the quantity and commodity that producers wish to sell at various prices and the quantity that consumers wish to buy. So again, as long as you're supplying something that consumers want, then the supply and demand will be good. If you're providing something that consumers do not want, then you're not going to have a good supply and demand relationship. The price of the commodity is determined by the interaction of supply and demand in the market. There's more demand for something, the market is high for it, so the prices will be higher, and the opposite is also true. Consumer preferences, what is hot and what is not. And those are in quotation marks because you know what I mean. Is it the big thing to be buying right now, or is it not? For instance, a lot of people seem to be wanting organic type products as far as produce or meats are concerned. Okay, can it be localized? Localized farmers markets are starting to make a comeback and become really big in some communities. What do people want, so to speak, is what we mean by this. In your area, we're focusing on a community level. What does this community want? Okay, what are they going out and looking for? So on the national and world level, some products grow better or can only be grown in certain areas of the world, and they must be sent or shipped across the world. So this looks at climate, okay, the weather conditions prevailing in an area in general over a long period of time. And we can talk about all different types of fruits and vegetables specifically that can only be grown in certain parts of the world at certain parts of the year. And so those commodities have to be shipped, they have to be sent all over the world. Customs. Customs is an authority or agency in a country responsible for controlling the flow of goods, including animals, plants, transports, personnel, or personal and hazardous items into and out of a country. Imports. An import is a good or service bought in one country that was produced in another. Exports are goods and services that are produced in one country and sold to buyers in another. Imports and exports make up national trade. It's important to know the definitions of imports and exports when we're talking about economics. All right, so local impact. Local horticulture businesses can have a major impact on the local economy. We can look at cash flow, you can look at the relationships of the communities, and also the success of small businesses, which in turn makes the community stronger. Standard of living. The standard of living refers to the amount and quality of material goods and services available to a given population. And this includes income and economic opportunity. So all this deals with um, community growth, I guess is the word I'm looking for, the strength of the community, and the impacts that small businesses or individuals may be having on growing their community. All right, so the USDA. Some of you know USDA, some of you may not. So what is the USDA? Well, the USDA stands for the United States Department of Agriculture. So the USDA is also known as the Agricultural Department, is the U.S. federal executive department responsible for developing and executing federal laws related to farming, forestry, rural economic development, and food. Their duties range from helping farmers with price support subsidies to inspecting food to ensure the safety of the American public. So it is the governing body specifically designated to regulating and helping agriculture in the United States. NRCS. The NRCS is also known as the Natural Resources Conservation Service, formerly known as the Soil Conservation Service, and it is an agency of the United States Department of Agriculture that provides technical assistance to farmers and other private landowners and managers. They help farmers, American farmers, ranchers, and forest landowners conserve the nation's soil, water, air, and other natural resources. And then the last slide is Ag Extension Services. Extension services provide the application of scientific research and new knowledge to agricultural practices through farmer education. They play a crucial role in boosting agricultural productivity, increasing food security, improving rural livelihoods, and promoting agriculture as an engine of pro-poor economic growth. It also helps put science into practice, and these extension services help on local level, state level, and nationwide levels. All right, so be sure you complete the video form with this, and if you have questions, be sure you let me know. Thank you.